Hey everybody, welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. I'm John Santucci, call me Tooch. With me as always is Anthony from Pounded Sports. Anthony, how's it going today?
Great. Just finished a great workout and just loving the weekend. Loving the weekend.
Not a bad weekend for us for sports wagering on the college football and NFL. And tonight we've got Monday Night Football. We're going to talk a little bit about the Monday Night Football game. But first, we got to have a little recap of our shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we had a killer weekend. Killer weekend. If you watch this show, and you're playing our leans, we had Oregon plus 14.5 on Saturday.
Yep.
Rutgers -2, Iowa +5. We were wrong on Florida. That was a very big disappointment because they were up so big in the first half. But then Sunday, Steelers +7. Everybody was on the Bills. We had the Browns +6. In fact, that statistic is now 5-17 against the spread the last 22 years on the
Super Bowl loser. Yep.
And we had the over 54, like we debated, because the bookmaker wants you to take the under, but it went over. We were 1,000% wrong on the Vikings. That's on us.
Well, that was close. That was decided in overtime by a field goal. But, we were close on that. And then that was our free play for Sunday. And tonight we've got the Raiders and the Ravens in Las Vegas. And line opened at Ravens -6.5, believe it or not. And it's -4 as we look at it now. Over under opened at 51. It's at 50.5. It's not much movement on the total. How are we leaning in this game?
You know what? This has been a game that I did a teaser. I actually got 3 plays on this game total that if you sign up, you'll get the plays. But it's more a mixture of first half, second half, game, spread. But I'm going to give you some trends on this because it can go both ways. Don't think it's one-sided. It can go both ways. You got the Las Vegas Raiders, who are very, very good at home. They play their best type of football at home. But then you got the Ravens on the other side, who are a very good team, are always in a Super Bowl contention team every year. And they've lost their 2 starting running backs.
They're very well coached. The Ravens very well coached.
6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games as a favorite. They're favorite. That's a key stat. 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games in week 1. That's another key stat. 7-1 against the spread in the last 8 games overall. 5-1 in their last 6 AFC. I can keep going. So let's go to the Raiders. Trends.
I've got 1-5 against the spread their last 6 games, which doesn't bode well.
That's not good. 1-4 against their spread the last 5 versus AFC. But they are 5-1-1 against the spread last 7 Monday night games. And that's another key factor.
It's
just like in baseball. When you got a pitcher, they might pitch better during the day, but then they do at night. And their ERA is like over 5, but their day ERA is like over 2. It's like, so...
Yeah, Monday night's a different animal. Monday Night Football is a whole different animal. Players know that everybody's watching. They're spending their Monday nights watching football. It's 100%. Been an American tradition for 40, 50 years. So we've got some key injuries we need to look at. Like you said, the Ravens have their running back. They lost 3 of their top running backs. They've had to sign a few guys off the street, including Le'Veon Bell and Latavius Murray. Those guys probably aren't up to speed. They'll be going with the guy. I think his name is Tyson Williams. Tyson Williams tonight. I don't know anything about him. I got to confess, but
I just know he's highly spoken of in the locker room. They love this kid. So for Dobbins get hurt and Gus Bus get hurt, this is going to be. I think this is right where the Ravens want him to be, but just a little too early.
Yeah, no. The Ravens they ran the ball the most of any team in the NFL last season. So the run game, definitely will be a factor tonight. The Raiders have a couple key injuries. Richie Incognito, who's he's an anchor on that offensive line. Maybe a bit of a douche, but
familiar name, as we familiar can say. Name.
For his last name being Incognito, he's strangely conspicuous. But Josh Jacobs has an illness. He might not play. He's questionable. But the Raiders have Kenyon Drake, who's quite capable at running back. They signed him as a free agent from the Cardinals. Josh Jacobs is a good player, but he's not that great of a receiver out of the backfield. Kenyon Drake much better. Yeah. Overall running back. We'll see if Jacobs suits up tonight. Right now, questionable, like I said. With the Ravens and Raiders tonight, and the run game being a factor of the Ravens, are we expecting ball control tonight?
Yeah, I think this is going to be huge. This is why I say this game's not that easy. Number one, you got a team that likes to air the ball out downfield in the Raiders. But then on the other side of the ball, they love to control the clock, run that ball. So if you're betting the over, you got to hope the Ravens are getting some big runs or 3 and outs. Or I'm sorry, not 3 and outs. You want them to get big runs and not long drives. As in if you got the Raider, or if you got the under, you're hoping the Raiders are just dreadful on defense, and the Ravens just milking the clock like a Tom Brady drive, 6 to 8 minutes in one quarter, which is phenomenal. I don't know how he does that.
Right. But the Raiders are improved on defense this year. Most of their draft picks this year were spent on defense, so I expect their defense to be a little bit better.
I love the Raiders. Don't get me wrong. I love the Raiders in this game, but I'm not confident so much where they're going to cover 4 points. Ravens are a very, very good team. They can cover 4 points very easily. And I do think they're going to have the Raiders defense is going to have a lot of trouble containing this high offense running game.
Yeah, and then you've got Lamar Jackson. He can break it open at any time. I expect him. He'll probably be running a lot, as well, using his legs to make plays and keeping drives alive for the Ravens. Now, the Ravens did have some injuries in the secondary. They lost Marcus Peters for the season. Jimmy Smith, I think, is also out. So some veteran cornerbacks out for the Ravens. And the Raiders like to air it out with, their speed. They've got Henry Ruggs. You may see him catch a long touchdown pass tonight. And then they've got, I think, Brian Edwards is on the other side. And now prop bets for tonight. Are there any leans for you on props? I kind of like the Darren Waller over 52.5 yards for the Raiders.
You're going to get a kick out of it.
I'm looking at that. But
every time somebody asks me about prop bets, I am the last person to talk about props. Anything I tell you that I like, you fade. I am that person. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people betting the Henry Ruggs over reception yards.
Yeah, and I believe it's like over 35, which is...
It looks like a sexy number, I'm not going to lie.
It looks easy.
Easy.
One or two catches, and he's over that. He averages probably 20 yards a catch.
Why I don't do props. I'm not good at it. Or I get the worst luck in it. If I do 2 props, I'll go 1-1. I'll never go 2-0 in props.
Right. Look, Derek Carr and Darren Waller and Kenyon Drake, guys like Hunter Renfrow, these are guys that can keep the Raiders' drives alive. So I don't think the Raiders are getting shut out by the Ravens' defense as good as it is. No, I think the Ravens can put points up.
This number is spot on.
It is.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a tight game, and it's going to be a good game. That's for sure.
I'm still on the fence whether I'm even going to bet this game. I may try some kind of crazy teaser or something, but
I'll send you what I got.
The total I think is spot on as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think it's razor sharp. whatever side you're on. You're going to be because the hook is sitting right there at 50.5. Whether the total's 50 or 51, you better be on the right side of that fence.
That's it.
So, we always. Do we have anything else on this game first before we give out a free play?
I hate to talk too much into it because it's not going to be fair to my VIPs because I sent out the 3 plays, and you got to join, guys. You got to join. I've already got 3 signups this morning. 5-0. My promo is 5-0 or free week. I plan on going 5-0. Who doesn't plan on going undefeated when they send out a card? And even if we go 4-1, you get a free week out of it. So win-win situation for everybody. Go to poundedsports.com. Can't even say my own name. Poundedsports.com. $20 for the day. If worst comes to worst, you get a free week. I mean, that's the best thing I could say.
Right. Now, I'll probably run my same promo as I did this past weekend because we didn't do too bad. Yesterday, for the first week of NFL on Sunday, we were VIPs were 4-3-1 for my VIPs. But the one thing was our maximum bet hit. So we're up, 5 units, which was huge.
So happy
which was huge.
Weekend.
Yep.
Saturday,
and then college football, we were really good too. So VIPs were up overall for me for the weekend promo I had.
Yeah, Saturday we went 7-2 plus 12 units. Yesterday 5-3 with a 10-unit bomb cash in, a 20-unit bomb cash in, plus 22 units. So what is that? 36 units in 2 days. And let me tell you, I've gotten tips sent to me. I've got messages sent to me. The best thing I can do is just keep it going. Very grateful and be in this position. When you're winning, stay humble. It's the best way I can say it.
Right on. We have before we give out the free play, we're gonna talk a little bit about betting the right number.
Yep.
Which I found myself on the wrong end once and the right end once over the weekend. Give us a little info on a little tip for listeners.
So it's always big on the number. Don't just bet a game to bet a game. You got to look at the right number. Like, for example, Friday, Coastal Carolina. Let's go all the way back to Friday. I locked in minus 27. Tooch locked in minus 26.5. He bought the half point to 26. He won. I pushed. He placed his wager before me. Winner. I thought they were going to win by 4 touchdowns. That's why I took 27. Let's go to Saturday. Michigan State minus 26. I gave this one out on Friday for all my VIPs to send it. I give out my college football on Friday night because I know the number is going to change. Well, from Friday night to Saturday before game time, went up from 26 to 28. Tooch, you locked it in at 28.
I was on the wrong end of that one.
He pushed.
Yep.
Now let's go to Sunday. Who had the 49ers minus 9? Well, Tooch and I and my VIPs, we locked it in at minus 7.
Yep.
And even my brother called me and said, hey, you had the Niners minus 9? I was like, oh, God, no. Are you crazy? Even versus the Lions. I don't care. They're on the that's too many points, especially in week 1. They only won by 8, guys. So if you had 7.5 or 7, you won. If you had 8, you pushed. And a very, very disappointing push. So the whole point of this segment is find the right number. Don't just bet the game because you want to bet the game. You got to bet the right number. That's the whole point of this.
Exactly. And always buy the hook.
Always buy the hook. Always.
All right. So we'll give out our Major League Baseball play today.
It's a free play.
I don't have a transition for Major League Baseball free play, but we have a banner down at the bottom. So our Major League Baseball free play today is the Giants money line. Good odds for the Giants on the money line today.
You can't beat this. There's so much value. You got the Giants at home.
Yep.
The only reason it's minus 110 is because you got a bullpen game for the Giants versus Yu Darvish. But let's break down Yu Darvish instead of just betting against Yu Darvish. The Padres are 3-7 in his last 10 starts. In his last 4 starts, he's given up 1 earned run, 5 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 5 earned runs. Needless to say, he's not the Yu Darvish from Chicago Cubs last year. So it's okay to fade Yu Darvish, especially on the road, who's got a higher ERA than at home. And then you got at home Dominic Leone. It's going to be a bullpen game. When he pitches, I'm not going to say he starts. When he pitches, the team is 8-2 when he pitches. I'm taking my chances with the Giants. It's not a pound. It's not a medium play. It's a small play. It's a free play.
It's a free play, right. And Padres ice cold.
Ice cold.
Giants red hot.
Red hot.
So I also like this game too. And this coming up, we'll be back on Friday, right?
Friday.
More college games on Friday. We got Thursday night football, the Giants and Redskins. So you'll see us next on Thursday, probably about this time, again on Thursday, and then Friday, probably about this time again on Friday.
Yeah, any night games during the week, you'll see us around lunchtime. It just works out for both of us. Instead of waiting to the nighttime and then you only get like an hour to watch the show, we do it early. We try to squeeze it in our schedule. This way you have all afternoon to watch it.
Right. And Saturdays morning and Sunday morning, you'll see us again. And then Mondays around the same time. So weekdays, you'll see us in the noon hour. And weekends, you'll see us in the mornings. So, all right. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. And thanks for joining in.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire.